Shinval. That's me, by the way. Shinval presents Out of Bounds. I don't usually talk on these walkthroughs, but this map takes a lot of flack for the first room and the color button puzzle. And let me say, as a mapper, you don't want to start with the hardest thing. You kind of want to introduce people to a concept that you might be using later. Anyway, a lot of people get snagged here, so I wanted to do this and actually explain what my idea was. And here's the clue to this puzzle, really. What you have to do is imagine that you're looking at the room you're in from above, and that will kind of map out where the correct colors are supposed to go, because here there's only two cells, 1 and 2, and then here there's 3 cells, 1, 2, 3. So that's why there's more space between these two and smaller space between these two. And basically that's it. I mean, I didn't set out to make a really hard puzzle here or a brain scratcher in any way. I wanted them to get through this really quickly because it sets up what comes later. And I do have people playtest these maps, so my playtesters didn't really have an issue with it. So I was kind of surprised when people were getting stuck on this. There's the solution, and we're off. Now this room, I wanted to play with some glass doors, and I wanted to play with angles on the laser beams. So before we get into anything, let's get rid of our little turret guy. Come on. I haven't played this in a while, so I may make a few mistakes. I figure that's fair. You're gonna make mistakes in my levels too. You might as well watch me make them. Okay, so now the angle's back. That'll open the door if I do it right. There we go. And what I find interesting is that you never really pick up anything in Portal. It's the gun that's picking up stuff and activating things. So it kind of allows you to pick up things from the other side of a grating, and you should think about stuff like that. Maybe that's a new thing for you. Ah, this'll...
Perfect. The door's malfunctioning. I guess somebody's going to have to repair that too. No, don't get up. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything.
Here I wanted a chamber where she made a mistake.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that went off.
And then it gets worse, and the announcer has to come on and get me out of it.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
And of course Gladys takes over after that.
What are you doing? No, 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 no. I hate you so much. Seriously, though. Goodbye.
Ah, the water. Something you don't see in a lot of Portal maps. But I wanted to try it. And, this is kind of a larger map, so I would say you want to do some exploring. I'm going to blow through it. My maps are designed for you to do some exploring. I mean, take a look around. I try to include interesting things. There's a little round wall I tried once. Kind of worked. But here's the clue for this one. Imagine the chamber outside, seen from above. That'll tell you what to set the color buttons at. And I tried to light them up and number them and make them, fairly obvious. And also, I tried not to use colors that were too far away, because the trick here is not to drown. So you can't stay under too long. But this one's easy. Just one click is red. That one I can just go up and down with. I think the green one is the hardest one. It's the one in the middle here. I can usually get it if I go in back and forth a couple of times. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 3, 4. There's green. Okay, and then we're up. And that just leaves orange. And in all these games, you kind of want to go toward the light. That's where the exit is. So now this, when I do this, is going to open a chamber over here. It's got a little valve in it. Oh, I need orange. Okay, that opened it up. I can fly in there while I got time and hit this. Starts up the pumps and lowers the water level. Now there's a trick here. If you manage to hold on to the gate, or can land with your feet right on the edge of this grating, like that, right on the edge. You don't need to use the crates that I provided, because the crates, you can stack them up, make a little stairway and get in here, and that's what those are for. So we'll start the gel, that crates will leak, and of course that's the way we're going to get out. That's blue up there, let's go so let's see, this can be a little picky sometimes, but I think I can do it. Let's find out. Yeah, perfect, right in the middle. Sometimes you're off a little, you can correct that in the air. And then, yeah, I always kind of tell you where you were, not where you are. Kind of weird quirk of mine. Quick little chamber here to get to our next spot. Okay. What I wanted to do with this was to create a spot with no walls. I wanted a room with no walls. So I did that. Some more buttons, we need to find the clue. Let's do a little exploring. Again, if you're looking to blow through levels, you're not going to have fun with my levels. I want you to look around. I put a lot of time and effort. So yellow, turquoise, green, and red. Let's see if I can remember that. Yep, that fires up the lasers. Okay, good. Now I think there's a cube here. We need that cube. Let's get that out of there. Okay. That's enough of that. Go get it. This one also plays on the idea that you can touch things without actually, getting that close to them. So you'll see that in a minute. I don't know where I came up with this concept of the cube in the funnel, but I must have tested it in one of my maps and it worked. And I said, hey, what if that was a platform and it moved it? So this is kind of a time puzzle, but it's not too bad. It's doable. There's a few extra seconds if you need them. So that changes the panel up here because the laser's hitting it. I want to go down and leave the portals where they are, so that when I hit the button, I can get the cube. Cube drops, crosses through, and when the timer runs out, I can grab it. Alright, now I got my two cubes to get out. One up there and one in my hand, or not really in my hand, on the portal device. Get in there. Interesting thing here is that when you're in the funnel, the laser doesn't hit you. I always thought that was interesting, personally. Must be a flaw in the portal engine, or I don't know if that was meant to be. And we're out. Okay, this, right. This, I wanted to do something with a little bit of a factory in it. So that gets me what I need to get through. I don't know if some of you may notice these walls here. They are from Half-Life. I think I took those from a mapping pack somewhere. There used to be a problem with this elevator, but I fixed it, so there shouldn't be any issues. And actually, this elevator works completely. It'll go up and down, it'll stop, and you can call it from the bottom or from the top. And I kind of believe in that stuff when I'm making a map. I want it to be as real as I can. I just don't think it's realistic to have one button on the elevator that goes up. I mean, how's it ever going to go back down? It doesn't seem realistic to me. Some quick little quotes I managed to locate or make up or find somewhere on the internet. Just get across, and we'll head into what I call the Leap of Faith chamber. And you'll see why I call it that in a minute. When I do it. This chamber too, I wanted to do something where I did a power up because I'd never really done a okay, let's turn everything on kind of thing.
Power up initiated.
Alright, so that does that. Ooh, window gone. Lights on, please. Good.
Power up complete.
Stuff falling in the water. Alright, now, the trick here is to get down there very carefully. Okay, and then there's a button here I need to hit to get the cube to come out, so let's do that. On the way up. Got it. We'll stop here. Alright, there it is. So now we can use the funnel. Let's see. We'll make this, let's see. We'll do this with blue then. Alright. I'm usually doing it with orange, but you have to sort of walk the cube over. Anything in the funnel will stay in the funnel as long as you don't get it too far out of whack. Okay, and then that raises the platform, opens the door. So that's the way out, but I gotta get over there. So let's do that next. Blue. And now here's the leap of faith because the platform's gone. But if I fire this, it should come back just in time. And it does. So that's out of bounds. I hope you got something out of that. I enjoyed the map. Thank you for playing as always. Take care.